everyone, and welcome back to Commander Clash. This week, it's Final Fantasy VI vs. 7 vs. 10 vs. 14, and each deck can only contain cards from the proper game. Let's see what everyone's running.
Hey, it's Phil, and I'm representing Final Fantasy X with Titus Yuna's Guardian.
Warriors of Light, it's time! I'm going to be playing Y'shtola. I'm going to try to play this Esper equipment deck. Got tons of job select, control-y, mid-range. It's just going to be a lot of fun. Final Fantasy 14 good.
Hey everyone, it's Richard, and I'm playing Final Fantasy VII, so hopefully I'll find my Buster Sword and Omni-Slash some fools.
I'm Seth, and since I'm kind of an expert on Final Fantasy VI, now that I've played like an hour and a half of it for a Patreon video, I'm going to play Terra Herald of Hope and do some Mardu Graveyard shenanigans. Let's see how it goes. This show is brought to you by our sponsors. You can purchase all the accessories we use on the show over at ultimateguard.com, and you can purchase all your guards over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. You can also support us by buying some merch over at mtggoldfishmerch.com or directly through Patreon at patreon.com/mtggoldfish, where we post exclusive content like deck tours and post-Commander Clash wrap-ups. 4, 3, 2, 1, Clash on!
For Eorzea.
We should have sorted the seats in game order. What were we doing?
Oh,
Yeah, yes, please, let's do that. As Final Fantasy VI,
I'm sure you have no issues with that.
I'm going to start with a Tangled Islet, and it enters tapped, and it's a forest and an island, and there's somebody knows what city this is.
If you can't name where it is, it dies.
It doesn't make mana.
Oh god, I'm done for. I'm done for.
Yep, same.
That's like Super Judge Tower. I love
That's
it.
like infinite
Okay.
sinkholes on my mana base.
Well, I was going to say I'm off a color, but I think I just drew my savior. So I'm going to play Arcane Sanctum, and I pass.
All right, I'm gonna draw, and I'm just gonna play Path of Ancestry, 5-color land, and you can go.
I don't know about y'all. Did you do this? Because I went full hard mode. Outside of the basics, every land is from 14.
Mm-hmm.
You went hard mode because I'm playing an FF10 land.
Yeah, you definitely.
So we started with the pre-con mana base, and Wizards was sneaky. They made your non-basics, some of them from the other games. So we just kept the pre-con mana base. So I'm playing Radiant Grove. It's just a tapped forest plains. It's also from Phil's game, so he gets to take it. No, okay, go.
You might notice
ramped
there's a
him.
lot of
That's so sick.
FF10 lands because I accidentally, I guess, also followed Crim's rules because I have a bunch of non-basics here, and I'm going to play another one of them. I mean, even my command tower is from FF10, so...
Mine's from 14.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's
Everyone
easy
has
then.
command tower.
Actually, everybody has command towers. I've just heard. Whatever. Mine has flavor text from my commander. I'm going to pay 2 mana and play Overflowing Chalice with multi-kicker 1. This artifact enters with a charge counter on it for each time you kicked it. Here's a beautiful dice available at our store. And pass.
Okay. I'm going to untap. I'll draw. I'm at a crossroads here. Do I do the Greed Lord play? Yeah, well, okay. First off, you're all going to see this. Is this like one of the... because this is a 14-only mana base, I'm going to have to play Choked Estuary and check it.
It's gonna work.
Sunlit
because-
Marsh.
Wow, with the sun. I was expecting a
Same.
basic, but yeah.
And
that's
then-
pretty
I didn't
good.
even know you could do non-basics with that.
Yeah, as long as it has the type.
That's how much we never played them.
I'm going to go with Dark Confidant and
Whoa.
pass.
Ooh,
Because-
Is
but
at
hear
any
me out.
cost.
I know the curve of my deck.
Oh yeah,
And
Crim might.
This is strictly flavor because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die from this. I
Yeah,
pass.
Crim's gonna take care of himself this week. Oh wow, this is actually hilarious. Check this out. I'm gonna play my most hated land type in all of Magic, a Fury Calm Snarl, but I'm gonna reveal a Sacred Peaks to the exact Crim line
good.
to get it
That's
to come
so
to
good.
play untapped.
These snarls have been doing work.
These snarls
week
are
is
popping
crazy.
off, and then I'm just gonna play a Mind Stone, get my ramp going, and go ahead.
All right, untap.
Also, for those that don't know, this is an Ascian. which my phone, like my phone loves auto-correcting that.
Wasn't there ass tarts in Warhammer?
there were the
What
ass
is all these
tarts.
ass names in every
Look,
universe beyond?
Don't know what's going on.
Are you an ass man?
I'm gonna cast a rapid growth while you guys discuss etymology over there. I'm gonna grab a mountain. Now, the unfortunate thing is that there's one basic for every game, right? So there's 16, right?
games.
So one of each basic and then a waste. So that means I can't even play all Final Fantasy VII basics. Isn't that a tragedy?
Oh no, there's not enough stuff for Final Fantasy VII. Okay.
I have the most
last
cards.
thing we need as a Final
Go
Fantasy
ahead. I have the most cards and I have a random secret lair.
I'm going to...
As a Final Fantasy IX enjoyer, all I have is my one forest, which I hate because I don't even play green. Like,
I am going to keep the lands on theme with a Final Fantasy X island, and I'm going to play Feather Mage. Evolve, and whenever a counter is put on this, a +1/+1 counter is put on this, you may draw a card. Please don't kill it. It's a 1/1 right now.
Are you a
Go.
counter deck, Phil? What does
Yes.
your commander do? I don't even know.
Does counter
Stuff. Okay.
Not counter stuff, but
Close enough.
+1/+1 counters and proliferate and stuff.
let's see what happens. Oh, okay, cool. A basic.
Woo,
Not
the
much to
memories.
talk on that one.
So this is a 7 land, by the way. I'm gonna now play my freshly drawn command tower, and then I just got to ask a quick question: who's a friend? Who likes gifts? And what are your thoughts on potatoes?
This is a
Potatoes
gift
are
from Krim,
the
though.
best.
Do we really want it?
Yeah,
I will be your
say
friend.
anything.
I'm sure.
You'll be my friend? Do
Yeah,
you
let's
like
be friends.
potatoes?
Best fruit.
Okay. I'm going to
Upstate
go ahead
New
and
York,
play
best fruit.
Talisman of Progress. And it's time to go to play a potato. Seth, for you, Tataru.
Hey!
So, when it enters, you draw a card and target opponent may draw a card. Whenever an opponent draws a card, if it isn't that player's turn, create a tapped treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn.
I mean, I can't pass up drawing a card, but I am curious. Is this one of those cards that you're supposed to just say no to and it never does anything and I'm going to get yelled at if I draw a card here? Is
Wait,
this
so
is it
you
one of
draw a
those
card,
cards?
he makes a treasure?
And if I don't draw a card, he doesn't
Now, this
get a
only
treasure.
triggers on draws that are not on your turn.
I'm drawing a card. I don't care. Yes, I'm drawing.
Okay.
I'm drawing. Kim, get your treasure.
I will also draw a card because of this. Let me get a treasure, though. It's tapped, though. Don't worry.
That card's actually, I
So-
think, one of the best cards in the whole set for Commander.
I hope
I love this
so.
card personally. I love it so much, and you've only spoken high praises of it.
Potatoes.
Oh, he's speaking Lalafell to me? Okay, I'm sorry, Richard. I was going to swing at Seth for...
I know you
What?
were.
I'm the only one that plays FF14 here.
Yeah, but, that means that I know you hate potatoes. Everyone hates potatoes there.
No, I'm
and
getting my static in here, and we're gonna take
Do it,
down Raid
Richard.
Boss Grim. All right, and I play Bob. What is this?
should have said you love potatoes,
All right.
dude. All right, your turn.
I mean, we do plant Lalafells.
Yeah, exactly.
Tap and draw.
Exactly.
All right, it's Moogle time. We're doing some Moogling. 1, 2, 3 manas. I am going to play Mog Moogle Warrior. So it's a 1/2 lifelinker. It says, at the beginning of my end step, each player may discard a card. Each player discards a card this way, draws a card. If a creature was discarded this way, I make a 1/2 white Moogle creature token with lifelink. If a non-creature was discarded this way, put a +1/+1 counter on each Moogle you control. So that'll happen on that.
We cannot use this ability because Krim will get infinite
Yeah,
treasures.
that does not seem helpful.
And then I'm just going to play that Sacred Peaks that you knew about from being revealed. And then we're going to go to our end step and do some Mog Moogle Warrior stuff.
Seth, wait, before you go there, just like, you had a quark, can I ask you to just say Kupo in the highest pitch you can?
Kupo!
There you go. Cool. That's it.
Okay, I don't know
That's all
what
I
that even
needed.
means. Hopefully I'm not getting
First
canceled
of
now.
all, if you haven't watched Seth's FF6 playthrough, his main party gets decimated in tutorial, and the Moogles come and save him.
They did save me. Yeah, I love the Moogles. All right, so
he still has no respect to
You
the
should
Moogles.
know these guys.
they're my buddies. They're my buddies. So we each get to choose. Would you like to discard a card? If you do, you get to draw a card, and then it will benefit other people to some extent if you do.
Okay, and then Krim gets to draw a card when we draw a card outside.
You get to make a treasure. He'll make one treasure.
You get to treasure.
As long as either you or Phil draw a card, yeah. I am discarding Shadow Mysterious Assassin, and I will draw a card eventually.
I decline.
No, I'm good.
Wow.
Y'all are on Fun Patrol.
Wait, are you looting Krim or no?
No, I'm not gonna loot. There's no reason
All right.
to. I want it.
So I will get a Moogle token, and then I also get to draw a card, and then you can go.
All right.
Are y'all even reading the flavor text? Because I feel like I want to cry to some of these cards.
Exotic
I usually read the flavor
Orchard.
text.
These are all FF10 lands, which is why Phil actually has an on-theme mana base.
Yeah.
These are from FF10. We're gonna play an Arcane Signet, which is actually a giant Buster Sword, but I guess the Signet is actually the materia.
Yeah, that's the materia in the sword.
I'm gonna play 3 mana. We're going to play Secret Rendezvous. Now, Krim is going to get to benefit from the Secret Rendezvous. I don't know what to do. I'm going to consult the primer here.
Oh my
First
God.
Final Fantasy Ultimate Guide. This was actually the original book I had as a kid when I played Final Fantasy. Now,
How do you still have it? That's very
now
impressive.
we got to go to the Golden Saucer where this date takes place.
I got you right here. You want the golden saucer?
There are 4 characters you can date. Aerith, Tifa, Yuffie, and Barrett. 99.9% of gamers get Tifa or Aerith. Which one depends on how well you treated them. To get Barrett or Yuffie, you have to go out of your way to be as cruel as humanly possible and never use them in battle. I have the Yuffie. I don't know what that says about me.
I'm jealous. First off, I want the Yuffie, even though Aerith is the objectively correct choice. Now, I know in the current year...
You're not being chosen for Secret Rendezvous right there.
Oh, come on! Richard!
First of all, Yuffie made ninjas cool before Naruto. Okay, remember that. This is OG
yes, all
ninja.
3 polygons of Yuffie did make ninjas cool.
Teenage Richard was all about those 3 polygons. Phil, since you did not use the Moogle to benefit Seth or Krim, I respect that.
What about
So you get the Secret Rendezvous with me.
So we're going to draw 3.
And then Krim gets a treasure token from this.
Krim does get a
It's
treasure.
tapped
Because
Already
Phil draws. And there is no real way of avoiding that other than giving Krim 3 cards, which seems insane.
Insanely generous, thank you.
I already played a land, so I pass.
That kind of changes things here. I'm going to draw.
God, I can't believe you still have that guide, Richard. What?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, I know.
I was looking for my Final Fantasy VII CDs. I know I have them somewhere, but I couldn't locate them. I found my Diablo 2 CD instead.
The technology back then wasn't there. I remember like my thick Final Fantasy VII jeweled case cracked.
3 discs, baby. It was unprecedented for the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Overflowing Basin. For 1 colorless is taps for Simic. So 1 colorless taps for Simic and 1 white. And we're going to play our commander. It's Tidus. I was just informed it's
Tidus?
pronounced Tidus.
Tidus.
A Unas Guardian. Band color 3/3. At the beginning of combat of your turn, you may move a counter from target creature onto you control to another creature you control. And whenever 1 or more creatures you control with counters on them deal combat damage to a player, you may draw a card and proliferate if you do this only once each turn. So when this enters the battlefield, this one evolves because Tidus has more power.
Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yep. So this gets a counter. So whenever this gets a counter, I draw a card. I'm just going to go to combat, and this trigger does nothing. And I am going to... Oh, sorry, Richard, but the gift thing...
I just went on a date. I just went on a date at the Golden Saucer.
Apparently didn't go too well.
I'm going to swing for 2.
Wow.
Well, in flavor with
I go to
Richard,
get that
Yuffie,
value. I'm sorry.
you had to be cruel. No, you have to be cruel to Richard. He had the Yuffie
Right.
art.
Right?
So actually, that's flavor.
So whenever 1 or more creatures you control with counters on them deal combat damage to a player, you may draw a card and then proliferate. I will draw a card and then proliferate. I will
Phantom Mage
certainly
popping off.
discard 2 hand size. I'm going to draw another card because of Phantom Mage, and I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards.
Oh, you discard the hand size?
Oh, you discard a ton.
Is this Secret Rendezvous did nothing for you? It was just a loot 3?
I'm going to add 2 colorless mana.
Oh no, this is bad.
Oh, he's still going.
Floating mana.
Still going.
More mana.
I'm going to cast a 3 visits. Search your library for a forest card, then put it onto the battlefield.
Whoa.
I'm going to search for a forest. It's untapped. I'm going to tap it. And I'm going to play a Farseek.
Is this Storm?
And I'm going to
God.
search for a plains. So just to speed things up here. So
This is every Phil game, but he's doing it with only one set of Final Fantasy cards. He's doing the same thing he does every week.
For 10.
I didn't know this was possible.
turns out I drew like 6 cards or something. I didn't have this in mind, but thank you, Richard.
I think
I
Phil's
am also
probably
going to
winning
discard
this
2
one.
hand size.
Super chill. Show me a 7 burger on top.
I'm going to discard 2 hand size.
Trying not.
I think I'm going to discard
Are you done
an
after that,
island. Yes, and a dusk shell crawler. Yeah, and go.
All right. So I'm going to untap. Okay, this is going to
Show
hurt,
it.
but it's
Show
worth it.
Show it. Show it.
Side quest card collection, baby! Woo!
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah. Why would I
Triple
not want
triad?
to collect cards in the collectible card game that is Magic the Gathering? It is a 4-drop, so I am going to take 4. Like I said, I know
not
my
bad.
curve.
That's
Ouch.
not bad.
I just want you to know when this flips, it becomes a magicked card. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And then I'm going to draw a card normally. I'm going to play the planes that we both know and love, that we all know and love. And then, oh God, this is going to hurt, isn't it? I'm going to take 6.
Take
And-
Wait, what?
6.
I'm going to play
What?
my baddie, my favorite baddie, Emmett Selk, who is also known as Kirik, son of Yogg.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
God.
That's
No.
not Evan. That's
Yogg.
Keurig. That's Keurig.
Okay.
That's Emmett
Spirit.
Selk, dude. I will go ahead and spend 1 white, pay another 2. How do we feel about potatoes?
Still love him.
We love them. We still love potatoes.
French fries, baby. Yeah.
Hey, get out of here. We're not cooking French fries with Papa. Okay, first off, it's Papa Limo Totalimo that you just said that to. Which, by the way, for those that don't know, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 to each opponent, and I gain a life.
Oh,
And I can pay for sack
that's
Papa
good.
Limo Totalimo. Each opponent who lost life this turn sacks a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control.
That's bad for you guys with creatures.
Oh, you have to sacrifice it to do that, though?
Yeah, I have to pay
Okay.
4 mana and sack.
Oh,
to
okay.
do that.
Okay.
So-
So that's kind of costly.
And I get a 1/1 counter for playing a black spell on Emmett Selk. And Richard, I remember not going on a date with you, so I'm gonna go ahead and swing at you for 2.
I would never go on a date with you, Krim. I go to 34.
Thank you. That's all I got. I pass.
All right. I'm going
He has
to
2 mana
untap
sitting up.
I have 2 treasures.
and draw. A lot of scary stuff going on. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about any of that. So instead, I'm going to play my commander, Terra, Herald of Hope. It says, at the beginning of combat in your turn, mill 2 cards and it gains flying. And then when it deals combat damage to a player, you can pay 2. When you do, reanimate a creature with power 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So it doesn't do anything right away except mill a couple cards. So we're going to play the Terra. We're going to go to combat. Terra's going to let me mill 2 cards, which is going to be Meteor Golem and Palace Jailer. And then it gets flying, doesn't really do anything. Richard, man, you were the blood bag today. Blood bag Richard, I'm going to get in at you with my Mog. I'm going to leave back the
Just because
token.
Final Fantasy VII is
Just
the most
one.
popular game doesn't
I just-
mean you
I just
guys
want to
can-
gain life.
Look, we're all just a little
33.
jealous.
I'm
You know,
sorry your
like-
game sucked.
This is like the siblings, you know, and like you could tell one got the most attention, and that one is getting attacked for everything right now. And somehow I'm at the lowest health total. At the
Look,
same
I'm
time.
the only-
Somehow,
actually-
that's your Carrick. You did that to yourself. No,
I don't
sympathy.
know who Carrick is.
Command, you're Emmett Soul.
Thank you. Now I know.
Regardless, you did to yourself. I played a command tower, and I'm going to play a Stitcher Supplier. When it enters or dies, I mill 3 cards. So I'm going to mill 3 more cards. Solemn Simulacrum, the Wanderer. There's on my ramp, the Warring Triad, and a Plains. And then we'll go to our end step, which means Mog's going to trigger. Would anyone like to discard a card to draw a card? I definitely do. I'm going to discard this Geothermal Bog.
You know what? Sure. I'll
decline.
ditch an Archaeomancer's map, and I'll draw a card.
Okay. It's worth
Yeah.
pointing out.
You
So,
get a-
since you've already seen I discarded a non-land, you can kind of discard a non-land for free without triggering my stuff if you want to. If you discard a creature, then it'll trigger. But if you discard a non-creature,
It's still
I guess you'd
triggers
still give
from
Crim a
stuff.
treasure, but I will not get extra value if you discard a non-creature.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
What is all of this
Phil?
responsible gaming?
No.
Where is this?
Yeah.
Where's this coming from, guys? Come on. Tataru is giving gifts. Look at how adorable she is.
All right, so I draw a
Potato
card,
time.
and then I put counters on my Moogle with these beautiful dice here, and then you can go.
Seth, are you playing the Final Fantasy VII command tower in your Final Fantasy
I don't even
deck?
I don't even see a command tower over here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god!
But
of
yes,
course,
there,
this
I
is
might
how
be. I
popular
might
that
be.
game
Oops.
is. It's crept into 6.
This really sucks. But I guess we got to do it. I don't remember how the music goes. Dun, 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 dun. Meatballs, pseudo say, meatballs.
What is happening?
It's meteor. So deal 7 damage to each creature. If this spell was cast from exile, I get to choose land or artifact. You chuckling. So I'm just gonna do 6 damage to, or 7 damage to everything.
That's necessary. It does kind of ruin my Moogles, but
That's
Well,
what
wait,
Sephiroth
wait,
does.
wait,
He
wait.
comes in
Any
and drops a
interaction?
meatball.
Any responses?
I'm not responding.
Uh-oh, Crim's phasing out or
No
something.
free spells in FF10.
He has 2 mana though.
I'm
Yeah,
going to use my
man.
2 treasures. Did you know one of my favorite expansions from critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, free up to Heaven's Word, has an expansion called Shadowbringers, which is Dovin's Veto?
Oh,
Whoa!
He's countering it. He's not even
Wow,
phasing
he's
out.
actually countering it. Okay.
I'm keeping my goddamn potatoes, okay?
yeah,
Leave
the
me alone.
potatoes live.
Also, because of the potatoes, you all take 1. I gain
Yeah.
1.
You can't counter my ultimate move. What are you doing?
You missed. You missed.
It's a miss. Uh-oh.
The potatoes are too short and not visible on the UI, so...
I'm going to untap.
No, now Phil gets to draw 800 cards.
Yeah,
Well-
but it's Crim. I kind of didn't mind because I got mana and cards. I kind of scared of Crim. I'm going to play
I
a
don't even
land.
have
It is
that many
from
cards.
Final Fantasy 15. Sorry.
I'm nowhere near the problem that Phil is.
How big is Keurig?
What?
It's a
You have a
3/3
Keurig.
right now.
He's a 3/3. I feel like this Titus deck is kind of nuts, though, right?
Oh yeah, it has an infinite combo, and I'm playing almost just the pre-con because there's not too much stuff that synergizes with this from the main set. There are some cool cards from the main set in here, but it is very pre-con-y.
I feel like any precon with Nature's Lore and Farseek is going to be decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I drew into both of them thanks to our little rendezvous there. I'm going to play Kimari Valiant Guardian. It's a 4-mana 3/3 Vigilance. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a counter on this and tap a creature an opponent controls. Then you may have this become a copy of that creature, except its name is still this name, and it still has vigilance and this ability. So this stays whatever it copies. Okay, so I'm going to move to combat, and then 2 beginning of combat triggers go on the stack. And I'm going to make it so Titus triggers last, and this triggers first. So this goes on the stack first, and this goes on top of it. So this one will copy Keurig and put a counter on this.
So I tap Keurig.
Keurig will get tapped, and then Titus moves a counter to another creature, which will draw me a card. And then this is a Keurig now, so it's a 2/2 that there's nothing in my deck, but I guess at least the blocker's gone. And then I'm going to swing in at Krim with this 4/4 Fathom Mage.
You're going to punt the potatoes.
It's only
You're going to
4.
make me block
it's only
with
4.
my
It's only
hand.
4. I just
He's at 29 though. From his
Bro,
Keurig
I am
and-
at
Thanks to
29,
Keurig and Bob.
7, 40.
But that's
Ashes.
great at any cost.
You have done every bit of
Please,
damage to
I am
yourself, Grim. Every single bit. I've been making Moogles while you've been hurting
You
yourself.
take it. So that means this triggers, so I proliferate,
I'm so
which
good.
means I draw 2 cards.
Please, I
You
need
got 2
someone
cards?
to...
How is Phil simicking away over there? What is going on?
We needed that wrath, kind of.
Did I play a land already?
I probably should have let
I'm
that
already
go,
at
but I
7.
wanted to
It
take
hurt
did.
you too. Like, I'm glad I have my board, but
He's actually has all the cards and all the mana.
3. Yeah, I do the thing.
you're
It's
right.
Simic.
Cards and mana is
It's
almost put
always
together.
I'm gonna tap this for 3 colorless. I'm gonna spend 1 colorless and 1 white to cast Summoner's Sending. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile target creature card from a graveyard. If you do, create a 1/1 spirit token with flying. Put a +1/+1 counter on it if the exiled card has mana value 4 or greater. And then I'm going to spend 2 mana and 2 mana. Summon Yoyimbo. It's a saga creature. So first trigger says exile target artifact, enchantment, or tapped creature an opponent controls. Do I stop the Keurig Is that too risky?
Yes.
Probably.
I don't see why you care about this.
All right, it's the Boborhythmus problem. What is this called then correctly?
If you really are going to let Seth run away with the game here, though, if you take care of this, right? Because I actually am not built to be a Keurig deck.
I mean, what's the other target, though?
What was the other target,
The
though?
Moogle that's not really doing much.
The Moogle getting exiled means that Seth doesn't fill his yard continuously for his Terra deck.
There's no way the Moogle's as good as Carrick.
I
no
promise
way.
you
No
this.
way.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
all right,
if
all
it
right,
is, that's
all right,
fine.
All right.
Nah,
I mean, that's fair.
I don't mind
Bill can
running
do this
away with
forever, right? Because he can keep moving that saga counter.
Wait, at the
away.
beginning of your combat, you may move a counter from target creature you control. Man, this is brutal.
We need a Wrath.
At the beginning of your end step, I'm going to create a 1/1 white spirit token with flying and put a counter on this. Does
What do you
anybody have
copy?
creatures? I probably Seth.
Anyone
graveyard,
loot
right?
something good?
Does
I
it
Seth
only have
have
two
something big.
What are you
in his
looking for?
graveyard. Do you have something with mana value 4 or greater?
There is, Solemn, Palace Jailer,
Oh.
Meteor Golem. Those are all.
Oh,
for
Meteor
greater
Golem?
mana value.
Meteor Golem that gets reanimated by
And
your
Solomon.
commander, right?
It does, potentially.
Yeah, let's take the Meteor Golem.
Well, Phil's doubly my enemy.
Yes.
He's
I don't
got the
mind
graveyard
anymore.
hate and
I
he's
think I'm
running away with the
everybody's
game.
enemy now. Okay.
Are you passing after that, though?
Yes, I think I did enough.
Please, God.
Krim, can you wrath the board? Even though you countered the last wrath? Now
mean,
that your
yeah,
board
yeah.
has been dismantled, would you like to wrath the board?
Richard, I still have the potato army, and even if I die right now, I have my potatoes, and I am very happy. I'm going to have to go ahead and play an island, and I'm going to spend my talisman and the island to go ahead and cast Talisman of Dominance, which would then
everybody
ping
takes
everybody for 1. I gain 1.
Sure.
Killing us, Krim is the enemy.
39.
Yeah, I'm the enemy here. I'm going to tap my Talisman of Dominance, and then I'm going to go ahead and play Astrologian's Planisphere. It has Job Select, which is when this equipment enters. Create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token, then attach this to it. Equipped creature is a wizard in addition to its other types, and has whenever you cast a non-creature spell, and whenever you draw your 3rd card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. I'm going to get a trigger off of Papalimo Totalimo.
Everybody takes 1.
I got to get my Lalafell tokens. So here's my Lalafell hero token, Potato Army in full effect. And then I kind of need to leave Bob back in case, because I really want to block with it and kill it.
Some
So-
jump blocking. Yeah, that's one way to get rid of a Bob. I'm going to play Graven Cairns as a dual land, as my land for the turn. And then
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and 4. I am going to cast Siegfried. I thought that was the tiger guy in Vegas. Siegfried, famed swordsman. It's a 2/2 with menace. When it enters, you mill 3 cards. Then you put X+1/+1 counters on it, where X is twice the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Angel of Ruins, 2, Night's Whisper, 3, Morbid Opportunist, and then I have 6 creatures in my graveyard. So it's going to be a big one. So it is a 14/14 menace.
Swing it, Phil.
Oh.
No, it
Give
doesn't
it
have
haste.
haste.
It has
It
some
Give
doesn't
it
have
haste.
haste.
Swing it.
So I'm going to go to combat. We're going to mill 2 cards with Terra. It's going to get... Ruinous Ultimatum would have been really nice. That's unfortunate.
Kefka on it.
With Kefka on it. Yeah, that's awkward. This is going to go at Phil, who just has a 2/2 flyer. And then Stitcher Supplier is going to go... Actually, that'll stay on defense, I think. And then Richard, I'm sorry, but I need the life. 2 Moogles for the free 4 life. And then when Terra attacks, I can pay 2 and reanimate a creature power 3 or less tapped. So I'm going to pay 2. I'll get back to Palace Jailer.
Is it a combat damage trigger? I thought it's an attack trigger.
Yeah, I was thinking it was an attack trigger too, but...
No, if it's combat damage, I'm just gonna block this right here.
Okay, well.
So in a way, you did it.
It did the same
So,
thing, basically.
I don't pay the
So-
2, but I get rid of the spirit. Hooray! And Richard takes 4. I gain 4. Well, let's go to the end step and do some Moogling. So, would anyone like to discard a card to my Moogle?
Well, you choose first.
I'm going to discard a Pitiless Plunder, if anyone. So it's a creature.
All right, I'm gonna discard Sephiroth because his ultimate was used. He's useless.
Sephiroth!
I'm gonna draw.
Well, if he discards, I'm gonna discard as well. I'm gonna discard Seaside Citadel.
Wait, it's different, right?
It's a non-wait.
Ooh.
with
That
the
will
other
give-
So if
one.
you
that will
discard
give
a
Seth the benefit.
non-creature, I'll get a +1/+1 counter on
That's
my
fine.
Moogle.
Whatever.
Okay.
All your
What?
Moogles or one Moogle?
All my Moogles, which will be 3.
Yeah, I'll ditch my
Everyone else is doing
sunlit marsh.
Oh, we were so disciplined for so long.
I know, for 2
Now this-
turns, my Moogles are doing nothing. So I'm going to get a Moogle, and I'm also going to get to draw a card, and I'm going to get counters on my Moogle. You can go, Richard, as I organize my Moog.
What? This game sucks. What's going on?
Yeah, you have not really played many non-land cards, Richard.
You're just building up your limit break right now, right? Like that's the thing because you've taken
I
so many
already
hits.
used one of my
So
ultimates.
yeah, you're about to.
Let's do some action. Straight from the golden saucer. It's Colossus Hammer. It's Cat
Oh.
Cheese Hammer. Now, my commander is Cloud. He has haste. He's a 4/4. When he enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control. When Cloud attacks,
Ooh.
draw a card for each equipped attacking creature you control. Then if Cloud has 7 or greater power, create 2 treasure tokens.
That's pretty good. That's
He
really
doesn't have any evasion. He's just a 14/14 here with the
Boy.
That's an honest day's
with
work.
Cat Cheese Hammer, and we're going to swing at Phil. I'm going to draw a card because I have 1 thing, and I'm going to make 2 treasures because Cloud is 14 power.
Somebody say 14. That's me. That's my game. What up?
That's you.
Yeah, I'm gonna block with the copied Carrick. It has lifelink, so I get
all right.
2.
Getting rid of that is good.
That's,
All right,
That's
well,
kind of boring.
Cloud tried. That was it.
Hey, that was good.
You know, Cloud tries. That's what they call Final Fantasy.
I'm going to
VII.
play a Cinderglade. I have 2 basics because this is not a Richard mana base. This is a Final Fantasy VII mana base. And then go ahead.
I'm going to untap.
This is the most I've ever seen Snarls played, by the way.
I know, seriously.
Untapped.
Put some respect
So-
on
Cinderglade.
Cinderglade.
Cinderglade is not a Snarl, but like it may as well
No.
be a Snarl that can't even.
Snarl tier.
This
Yeah.
Mo will go to chapter 2. So until your next turn, creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature.
Can't you just keep doing this though? Can't you just keep
could
rocking
keep
this?
doing this, but I
Yes, he
might
has
just
a
be
ghostly prison now.
greedy. I'm going to pay 3 mana. I'm gonna play Hide Rigging. It has
Oh.
Hideaway 5.
Oh.
So when this enchantment
Oh,
enters,
dude.
look at the top 5 cards of your library, exile 1 of them face down, then put it onto the
boy.
rest on the bottom. At the beginning of combat of your turn, put a counter on target creature you control. Then, if you control a creature with power 7 or greater, you may play the Hidden Away card, but there's no Emerald Cools in here. There's just this thing.
I was expecting a friendly game of Blitzball. What is going
Yeah.
on here? This is a civic beatdown. What's
I
going
think
on?
we need to get rid of this Fathom Mage.
Even though it's not the most value play, I'm going to go to combat. I am going to stack the triggers accordingly again. This is going to put a counter here, and then this is going to put a counter here. So I'm going to draw a card.
You think it's possible that the Final Fantasy people have been pronouncing Titus wrong the whole time and really it's Titus?
It,
It's
really
Anything is possible.
should have just kept back this 14-14 blocker there, but you swung it at me, so I'm not even going to regret this.
Oh, I was
6
gonna block
to
with
the
my
face.
Ascian pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, this has vigilance. Ooh, yeah, this is gonna go in at. Yeah, sorry, Richard. My God.
Oh, poor Richard.
Oh my
I
goodness.
can't keep back the vigilance.
That's brutal.
All right, we're gonna be nice. So you know when you keep getting hit in the game, you build up your limit break bar. So we're gonna do a limit break. We're gonna just use cross slash. We're not even gonna bother with the blade beam to save Seth's creature. This says destroy target tapped creature. I'm gonna hit the Fathom Mage.
Oh yes. Okay.
Okay.
All right, we did it.
That was drawing so many cards. I am glad
I don't
that's
know we did
not-
anything. I'm still the blood bag and I'm still dying, but we killed it.
I am still proliferating. The question is, do I want people to pay 4 to attack me, but then it's gone next turn?
It triggers a second time.
Proliferate the counter on this. Oh yeah, 2 and
Okay.
3 are both.
OP.
But I think I want to float this ability, right? And then
That's actually super annoying because I'd like to attack you, but I don't want to spend all my
okay.
all my mana to
then
attack
this
Moogles.
stays like this. Okay. And then I'm going to add 4 mana.
Everything is just naturally big. Doesn't
And
even
then-
matter what the abilities are.
Yeah.
Oh, we just have to weather the storm, guys. The summons go
I'm
away.
going to cast a Gaia
It'll go away
Sage.
eventually.
It has Evolve and it taps for each count on it. I'm going to cast a Scholar of New Horizons. It is a reprint from Warhammer. It enters with a counter on it, so it triggers Evolve. And then I can tap this to remove a counter from a permanent and search for a land and put it onto the battlefield if I don't have more lands than anybody else. I'm going to read it if that's relevant.
So much mana.
I am just going to play this Evolving Wilds and let this mana fizzle.
Oh my
and
god, he's
go
wasting
into
the mana
my
now.
end step. Yeah.
How many cards do you have, Phil?
5. I am going to my end step, and then I'm going to exile Seth's. Show me the creatures.
So you're looking for stuff I can reanimate. Solemn, Morbid Opportunist, Palace Jailer, Pitiless Plunderer, Shadow Mysterious Assassin, which is when you deal combat damage to a player, you can sack another permanent. If you do, you draw 2 cards, and each opponent loses life equal to the mana value of the sacrifice permanent. And then Angel of Ruins and this Mana Rock thing are too expensive for me to, or too high power for me to reanimate.
Yeah, I think I'm going to still exile the Angel of Ruins.
You're the Angel of Ruins? All right.
A spirit. And then pass.
All right. I will untap. I will reveal the Bob. Oh,
Come on.
I'll take
10 drop.
I'll take 4.
25
I'll take
drop.
4.
All right.
That's not bad though.
That's
For a
No,
commander
Bob
deck?
hasn't been too painful for the amount of
Yeah.
cards it's given you.
We're gonna go to Charlane. This is one of the lands that wasn't included in the precon, so I added it. It's a beautiful blue-white land. I think it's time. I'm gonna cast Y'shtola.
Ooh.
Knight's Herald. Vigilance at the beginning of your end step. If a player lost 4 or more life this turn, you draw a card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, Y'shtola deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. So I'm going to spend 3 mana. I'm going to play Relic of Legends. That'll ping everybody for essentially 3, and I gain 3.
Down to 39.
Y'shtola is
And then-
not once per turn, right? Y'shtola is just every.
But it's 3
Mana
or
value's
greater.
got to be 3 or greater.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Richard, I'm going to just hit you for 2.
Okay.
I get to now go to my end step.
Wait, that was your turn?
Yeah, that was it.
Y'shtola's that expensive? Jeez. Okay.
She's 4 mana, but I draw a card because you lost 4 life this turn. And then I pass.
What is in your graveyard, Krim? I see there's 3 cards.
Land?
One's a land. What are the other 2?
Dovin's Veto
Okay.
and Archaeomancer's Map.
Richard, what about you? What's in your graveyard?
Cloud's Limit Break, Sephiroth, Ultimate Magic Meteor, Secret Rendezvous, Rampant Growth.
What about in your graveyard, Phil? Anything juicy?
I got Dust Shell Crawler and Fathom Mage, which are both reprints. And then this thing that copies a thing in your combat and whatever. And then 2
Alright.
lands and 2 ramp spells.
Well, I'm
That
gonna
also has a 14/14 Menace casual.
I'm gonna draw for my turn.
I don't know what I'm
Yes.
going to do about it.
I do. Unfortunately,
fly?
I want to attack Phil with it, but
You
he's got that.
pay that mana.
I don't want to pay the
alright?
2 because I want to
You
use
don't
all
want
my
to pay 2 mana? You
I wanna
attack with a
use-
14
I wanna
and
use-
double remove 2
Wait,
things
doesn't
from it?
Terra give that thing flying?
Terra gives itself fly.
Oh.
So, okay, I think I got to do the fun thing. The odds of this working are like literally 20%, I think, based on
Trying to-
Richard's graveyard,
You're
but
gonna
it's
do
so
a
fun.
RNG meteor out of my graveyard?
Oh,
Is that what
Yes,
that's
hey, it's basically Boompile, the Final Fantasy edition, the
I think I
RNG
know what
rat.
it is. Do it.
I'm gonna play a swamp as my land for the turn. When I go to combat, Terra triggers, so I mill 2 and it gets flying. Smoldering Marsh and another land I didn't want, Foreboding Ruins. How big of a threat is Krim?
I haven't really done anything, so.
I know, I just got this big menacer, and I'm like, why did I make a 14/14 if I'm not gonna swing
to
with
hit
it?
Phil.
Right?
Yeah, but I
And
can't
who
pay
would
the
want
2
to
and do
pay
the other
2?
thing.
Is it
Two
really
whole
just
mana.
2 mana?
I would like
Crack a clue with it.
I need
I
also, you know what?
promise you-
I'm just gonna play it. You know what? I'm not gonna attack anyone. I'm gonna forget about all this drama.
What?
I'm just gonna
Oh my god.
What?
Post combat main phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gotta do this fun thing. If I hand drawn this card, there'd be way more options. I'm gonna play one of the most iconic characters from Final Fantasy VI, which I know from my hour and a half of playing the game. Kafka Dancing Mad. So it's a 7 mana 6/6 that's indestructible during my turn. And this says, being your end step, exile a card at random from each opponent's graveyard. You can cast any number of those spells without paying their
Oh,
mana
look at
cost.
everyone's.
And each player who owns a spell that you cast that way loses life equal to its mana value. So I'm hoping that I
You
randomly
get the
get
meteor, I
Richard's,
take 6.
So I'm going to have 2 end step triggers. So we're going to go to our end step. The first trigger is going to be Kefka because I don't want people discarding more bad cards. So shuffle up your graveyards. Give me a random card. Richard, cheat a little bit and give me that Wrath, please.
I'm gonna shuffle and then you tell me when to stop and that'll be the card on top. And that's all your
Okay.
fault.
3, 2, 1, go. Right there, that one.
Okay, here we go.
That's it.
So it resolves in this order. Oh no, we just see it, right?
Yeah.
It's a ramp.
That's not a red card.
Okay, I can do a
That's
little
a
ramping.
3 visits for me. Hopefully
Okay,
you
do a little
play
more ramping.
green.
Krim's got nothing good over there.
My left, middle, or my right?
Let's go your left.
You got a little sunlit marsh.
All right, so I will double ramp.
I don't know
Hooray.
if you
Terrible
find a
7
forest
drop.
there.
But you
Oh,
do
yeah.
get to cast it.
Well, I'll ramp once
That's
then.
three
From
But
the
hold on, if you
six.
cast it, you still get to burn.
I
Yeah,
still
I
You
take
gotta
2,
deal
yeah.
2 damage.
I will still cast it to hit Phil. Yeah.
All right.
I will
I
get
go
a
to
planes.
14.
Oh yeah, it does not say that the spells get exiled, which is kind of unique. And now we resolve the Mog trigger. Would you like to discard a card? If you do, you get to draw a card, and other things might happen. I'm going to discard a non-creature card, which is Wayfarer's Bauble.
I'm going to
Yeah,
discard Evolving Wilds.
I'm going to discard the planes.
I am going to keep my cards because I like all the characters.
All right, so I will draw,
Treasure.
and then my Moogles get some counters, and then you can go, Richard.
I discarded Evolving Wilds.
Man, that
and
Kefka
drew
was very
a snarl.
disappointing, I will
Yeah.
say.
That's
I'm
about as
disappointed.
bad as it gets.
If it gets back around to Krim, I probably just die on the spot.
I'm not-
The spell he casts is like a lightning.
I'm not
healing
trying to kill you. I am not trying
Well,
to.
you're not trying to, but you just will naturally due to your lightning helix on every non-creature. I guess I could sacrifice Cloud and get a
Oh.
Sephiroth back.
I'm so dumb.
Does that
Viewers,
help?
just so you know how dumb I am, I've had Path of Ancestry and I could have scried a few times when I played creatures this game. So if you're yelling at your computer screen,
That's-
that was on me.
Actually, it says as a 14 floor.
If it doesn't have trample, I'll block with a Moogle. I don't care.
You're gonna block with the Moogle? All right. So I'm gonna draw a card. Please, deck.
I'm going to crack this
Actually,
Evolving
no,
Wilds
Richard,
in.
is this okay? Can I block with Stitcher's Supplier? Actually, do you care?
Sure.
I just realized
I
I
don't
still have
care.
that. I'm gonna block with Stitcher's Supplier and then I'll mill 3.
Gaming.
Okay, so I get 2
Ooh,
treasures.
duplex.
Exotic Orchard Swamp.
Fury, Calm, Snarl.
Fury Carl.
I reveal a
Wow,
plains.
all of our
Look
snarls
at
are
that.
coming to
Look
play
at
untapped.
these
This is a
snarls.
historic game of Magic the Gathering. Every snarl's coming to play untapped.
Hellkite Tyrant. So Flying Trample. When it deals combat damage to a player, you gain control of all artifacts that player controls. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 20 or more artifacts, you win the game. It's on blocking duty. And it doesn't have haste. Can't do anything about it.
That's a great blocker, dude.
That's a great Magic the Gathering card. Go ahead, Phil.
All right. I'm going to untap and
So your
draw.
silly Saga's going to do it again, where I still got to pay
And
2 to attack
Saga.
you.
Yep.
Maybe that Saga's good. I thought that Saga kind of sucks.
Well,
but
no, because he
it's
has
actually
the
very
synergies
annoying.
to
He's
keep
got the
resetting it,
engine.
right?
You want to see the engine?
No, I don't want to see anything.
No, I, think,
I regret.
No,
I believe
Please,
you.
no.
I believe you. You don't have to show.
No spoilers, Phil.
I just drew one of the few non-precon cards in this deck. I'm already the enemy here.
Is it
A
farewell
lot of
time?
mana.
Wait, that is a pre-con card.
There is.
Oh yeah, don't farewell me,
precon.
Phil. Please, anything but that.
I'm gonna summon Bahamut.
Oh my god.
Yes.
What does
Summon
Bahamut do?
It is a 9/9 flying saga dragon. It enters
Yeah.
with a counter, and the first 2 chapters say destroy target non-land permanent. Then it says to draw 2 cards, and then it says this creature deals damage equal to the total mana value of other permanents you control to each opponent.
Is that
Yeah.
Wait,
This
he
one's
can
gonna get a
accelerate it.
counter.
He can proliferate.
I
Yup.
can proliferate and remove counters from it.
So he can blow up at least 2 things this turn if he wants to.
First, I'm gonna blow up Stola, the cat lady.
That makes sense.
I'm sorry, Grim is gonna
That
take,
thing-
I don't even
kinda
know what's good on
scary.
this board.
taking all the
Is that the
heat.
scariest thing?
I'll respond
Oh,
by
she's being
tapping her with Relic of Legends to make a blue, black,
Mhm.
and white. There's always
Expert
time
card.
for a Void Friend. I'm gonna
Oh.
cast
Wow.
Void Rend. I think I have to blow up Bahamut, right? Do we care about Tidus more? Because he just plays
So-
it again, right?
Yojimbo?
I can likely blow up something during my turn too.
Oh,
I think.
guys,
So keep that in mind that we can probably
felt
get
bad
two
about this
things.
night.
Okay, then. So I'll blow up Bahamut, and then everyone loses 3, and I gain 3.
Ouch.
And then Y'shtola will eat it.
I thought Y'shtola wasn't that strong, but wow. Even in that one time around the table, it gained you 6 and drew a card? That's not
Yeah.
bad.
I'm going to tap this to remove a counter from this, and then it says search your library for planes, reveal it. If an opponent controls more lands than you may put that card onto the battlefield tapped. I don't think anybody.
Yeah,
is
you gotta
wrong.
ban him
I
for
have
one.
6.
Also, how did Phil just casually cast a 9-drop and still have a bunch of mana left over? I'm so jealous.
He's proliferating that mana rock.
Yeah, I got the flowing chalice.
Look, this game would have been so different if that meteor went off. The Fathom Mage would be dead.
It really
My
would.
bad. My bad. My bad.
Can't you let the bad guy win for once? Sephiroth just wanted to pass a meteor.
I think I'm gonna play a land just to scry. I'm gonna play this Temple of Plenty to scry. This
is 2025 Magic. He has to read it, then he's going to flip the card over, read some more, then he's going to look on his phone, and then he's going to put it back. He's going to phone a friend. Does this interaction work?
I am going to go to combat, and I'm gonna have 2 triggers. First, I'm gonna move this trigger on this, and then I'm gonna put a counter on this, and then I'm gonna have a creature with power 7, and I'm going to cast another enchantment. It's Path of Discovery. Whenever a creature you control enters, it explores. It's not an Eldrazi Titan.
That's good, but
that wasn't in
could
Final
be
Fantasy
scarier.
X. Wow, Richard still the blood bag.
I have a 6/5. Bring it.
Yeah, swing in with a 7/7.
What happens if it dies? Does he still get the propaganda effect if it's gone?
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of BS card is this? Does he have to be on the battlefield?
That's the same as Elspeth Conquers Death.
Richard's got to have some removal.
We're gonna chaos warp it.
Whoa.
Okay.
This could be anything. It could even
I
be a
can't tell if
summon
that's better or worse.
or whatever.
Didn't you scry and keep, or did you scry?
I did
bottom?
scry.
I ruined your scry.
Yeah.
That's extra card value.
It stays on top. So the thing on top is this thing that either sacrifices a creature. If you do draw a card, then you put a creature or land card from your hand onto the battlefield, or return 2 target permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand for 4 mana. So I'm gonna draw this.
Oh, that's the moment.
Yep,
You
sure thing.
didn't even get a card from Chaos Warp. I messed up your scry. That value.
Yeah, it is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just gonna go into my end step, and then I'm going to create a spirit, and I'm gonna exile the Palace Jailer.
Yeah.
So I am gonna create a spirit with a counter, so let me grab another spirit token while I pass the turn.
Okay, deck, be kind. I just lost my commander.
Look at how
I
many
think I-
things you're untapping. What do you mean, be kind?
I just don't want to take a ton of damage. I'll take another 4.
You're
So-
still at a pretty healthy 29 somehow.
That's because he's been lightning healing us. He's been
And then-
gaining.
Oh, yeah. I guess he
life.
gained back a lot of that life.
Wait, creature entered, so I explore.
Yeah.
I reveal the top card of my library, put that card into your hand if it's a land, otherwise put a counter on this, and I can choose to put it into my graveyard. I'm gonna choose to put it on
We know
top.
what it is.
It's
Yeah.
Juno's decision. We already saw this.
Is there a problematic permanent? Because White Auracite, when it enters, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until this artifact leaves the battlefield.
I don't know. That cloud's looking pretty big.
Get him.
Wait, you've been drawing 2 cards a turn, and you still need action? What?
Yes.
That was from game
Richard,
2.
I
That was
loaded
turn
with
2.
Final Fantasy 14 cards. I have a bunch of like equipments that are.
Okay, I don't know why you can. So after 7, the most represented game is 14. I
Yes.
don't know what you're complaining about.
14's got a lot of cards. Don't get me wrong, but
Was
they don't
14 like super popular? Why did
Yeah.
that get the most cards? I knew 7 and 10 were like big ones. So someone who doesn't know Final Fantasy, I didn't know that 14 was one of those though.
It's a live service game. It keeps making money every month. Final Fantasy VII took like 20 years in between games to make money.
That's fair.
I was going to
Okay.
say I have the most games because I have the remake and the original, but Krim has 14 the original, which no one ever talks about, and then 14 the remake
A Realm
as
Report
well,
doesn't
which is the game
exist.
everyone plays now. Yeah.
Unfortunately, not all Snarls come into play untapped. Shine
see?
Shadow
We did it. We
Snarl.
made Snarls look bad.
What is the biggest creature everybody has?
So my 14-14, also I guess
3/3.
Kefka would be the
I guess
next
3/4.
one.
I'm gonna tap Taru for a white, and
Wait, it's a
then
Mana Rock too? What?
only because Relic of Legends.
Yeah.
Because a smile better suits a hero. Who remembers that moment? I do. We're gonna go ahead and play Blue Mage's Cane. This will trigger Papalimo Totolimo. Everybody takes 1. I'm gonna spawn a hero. Equipped creature gets +0/+2. Is a wizard in addition to its other types, because Blue Mages, and has whenever this creature attacks, exile up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from defending player's graveyard. If you do copy it, you may cast the copy by paying 3 rather than paying its mana cost. I'm going to use 2 mana. I'm going to move my Blue Mage's Cane over to Dark Confidant. I'm going to go to combat. That's where I'll swing at Seth, casting Ruinous Ultimatum.
What is Ruinous Ultimatum? Destroy all non-lands that...
All of our stuff.
Opponents.
Huh.
Okay, so I'm going to go down 2 treasures, and I'm going to cast Aris Karaga Magic, which is Heroic Intervention. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn.
Jeez.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saving a single Hellkite, but yes.
Good with me.
Whoa. That was brutal.
What are you at, Richard, health-wise?
I'm at 9.
Okay.
We need Richard to live to blow up Krim a little bit.
Now I'm the hero. Should have thought of that before.
I love Cloud.
Eat my board
Potatoes
into
suck. I
oblivion.
actually hate potatoes. I just wanted to draw a card. I've really been a secret Cloud fan.
French fries are on the menu, boys.
I'll play Gaius Van Baslar. When it enters, choose 1. Each player sacrifices a creature token of their choice. Each player sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. Each player sacrifices an enchantment of their choice. I'm going to make it so that we both sacrifice a non-token.
So you have no flying blockers?
No.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
Cloud.
I pass.
All right. I will untap and draw. Oh my god, that's not great. So I'm going to play Battlefield Fjorge. So I'm just going to recast my commander, sadly. Terra, Hope of Herald's Hope. And this time I will remember to scry because I'm desperate. Definitely going to mill that mana rock. And then, yeah, that's all I can do. Go ahead.
Wait, how do you have nothing? You've been sandbagging everything?
I got 3 cards and I just got Ruinous Ultimatum with my own Ruinous Ultimatum.
I can't do anything. Krim actually has enough power to kill me, right? I'm just at 9 life.
You gotta kill him first.
Can't help you, sadly. I'm just gonna recast my commander and...
What? What?
I mean,
That's all you
still-
guys are doing?
I may still have a
Yeah.
removal spell and I think Krim is winning now. So if a removal spell is gonna help, let me know.
I have 16. If I just equip the Hellkite Tyrant and hit him.
Are you actually just gonna pay 8 to equip it?
That's what we're doing. 7 for Cloud. Does he resolve?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When he enters, I can attach an equipment to him.
Seems good.
That's 14.
Somebody say 14. That's my game.
I want to say 7 because it's my game, but it's 14. I'm going to swing a 6/5 and a 14/14 at Krim. And I'm going to draw a card and then make 2 treasures.
So the one I can block doesn't have trample, right?
No, you can just trump Cloud.
So I chump Cloud with one of the Lalafels. You've successfully punted a potato.
Oh, okay, there was a token Lalafell though, not the good ones. I guess is the Papa's gone, right? You sacked him.
Papa Limo's right here.
Oh, he's still here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
But-
other one. Okay.
You will now clock me for 6, right? Then you get
And then I take all your artifacts. So what are the cards over there? I don't even know what they all
You're
are.
going to get a Relic of Legends and a tap.
Okay.
They're all tapped, by the way. Talisman of Progress, Talisman of Dominance, and Relic of Legends.
Okay, and what are the equip costs?
2 for Planisphere and 2 for Blue Mage's Cane.
Okay, everything here is tapped except for the equipment, and the equipment is irrelevant.
My favorite Blue Mage, Cloud.
We're gonna spend 4 mana, and then I guess we just
So you move them off me.
we'll just equip them on
Put
the
him on the
tyrant.
dragon.
Okay.
You successfully bullied a bunch of potatoes. Congratulations.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Pass the turn. And now if you keep me alive, I could use the Ruinous Ultimatum again, right?
Oh my god, no, I think it's
Yeah, it's an
Oh, it's
exile.
exile.
now.
Nope.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
actually
can't. I don't think that's a good
I mean, when
spell
I
to
die,
keep
he
you
gets all
alive.
this stuff back.
I'm gonna draw. I'm going to play Exotic Air Orchard. I am going to cast my commander. Here we go.
I hope Krim flips a 21 mana value card off the top.
It is very
Someone
possible.
Tanner Monicon him. Make him flip 2 12s off the top.
I'm
he's
going
so
to
funny.
play Yuna's Decision. If the game goes long enough, whatever this reference is going to play in the background.
Such a powerful
But
moment.
I don't know what
Oh,
it is.
God.
I'm going to choose Find Another Way. Return 1 or 2 target permanent cards from a graveyard to your hand. So I'm going to return.
Is Bamba in there?
Yes.
Oh.
What's the other thing? Wait, did it get
What of Yojimbo? Yojimbo got chaos warped. Get out of here, Phil.
Chaos warped.
Get
I
out
can
of here
hit
with your
Phil now?
ghostly presence.
I guess I'm gonna get fight rigging because it could be anything.
All right, Krim, look how scary Phil is. Leave me alone.
I'm gonna pass.
I
All right,
know
hang
how
on, hang
scary
on,
it
hang
is.
on. On Phil's end step, Krim, are you going to activate the pop-up potato thing during your turn?
No,
Because I really can't lose my commander.
no, I'm not getting. I need
Okay, you're not-
Papalimo Totalimo.
Okay, Papa potato. Okay.
Papa
Carry-
Potato is the only reason I'm not at like negative 30 at this point. So, all right. Oh, I'll take 5. Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh,
Yep.
What is that?
It's
What
a
is
cleansing
this?
no,
It's
but
It's
like a
adding
book.
up.
I think we've had enough 7 love, right? With, everyone loves 7. We've had our time.
Blasphemous. 7 is the greatest game of all time.
And that is why we're going to try to send it off first as a respect.
Seth, save me and I will murder him. And then you can
Seth?
just send like a 2/2 at me afterwards to kill me.
Seth,
How many cards you got in hand, Richard?
4 high quality Magic the Gathering cards I decided
How many
not to
cards do
use.
you
Zach.
have, Krim?
I
Yeah.
have 3, 6, 7, 8 right now.
Ooh. That's a big number.
I'm not even sure this will work.
All right, so I actually feel like it's in my best interest to have Richard still be alive in this game. So I am going to
The
cast
politics.
Mortify
Sure.
Is this going to eat a counter spell?
on the 4/4 token or the 5/5 token,
5/5
whatever the token is.
You got it. So Richard's
All right.
taking 5.
I take 5. I go to 4. 4 non-creature spells would do it.
You
I
might
guess he doesn't
still
have the
get
mana
burned
for
out.
Do I have that though?
that. Grim, just tap out and pass.
Nice try. So I'm going to play Arcane Signet.
Got him.
I go to
Gain 1.
3.
Oh yeah, we got to take one.
This is where the fun begins, right? So I'm going to go ahead and spend 3.
I've had enough fun today, Krim. I just want
Oh, I'm
you know?
sure you
Richard's
have.
done with the fun.
I am so full of fun.
I'm going to cast Eye of Nidhogg. So, legendary enchantment aura. An enchanted creature is a black dragon with pace, power, and toughness 4 and 2, has flying, death touch, and is goaded. First off, this is going to trigger again. Everybody
So we got
loses
to take one.
I gain 1. I'm going to put it on dragon.
Okay.
That dragon's just got all Krim stuff.
We got Voltron Dragon here. Cloud's not doing a good job.
I've got to just play, you know what? The man of 400 minute dialogue. I'm going to play Urianger Augural. When you play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile, you gain 2 life. Tap him, look at the top card of your library, you may exile it face down. Tap him, play Arcanum. Until end of turn, you may play cards exiled with Urianger, and it costs 2 less. So that's it. And he's a 1/3.
Stop playing blockers.
All right, let's see what we can do. We're gonna untap and draw. All right, so I'm gonna go to combat because I got nothing else going on. Terra's gonna trigger. I'm gonna mill 2 cards.
Is that the top me?
Tragic Arrogance and Sabin Master Monk. Oh, I can't do that this turn. It does have Blitz, so I can put it into play and I can blitz it from the graveyard, but it's too late to do it this turn. I'm going to swing. You don't have a flyer, right, Richard? I'm just going to swing it. Well, no, Richard's at 2. I don't want Richard to die.
I would just be dead.
I'm
I don't
swinging
have a
it, Phil.
blocker.
I'm going to swing it, Phil.
I'm gonna take 3 commander.
You're going to take 3, and then I'm going to pay 2 mana.
Wait, the ghostly prison isn't in effect, right?
No,
did
it's
it.
finally gone. Thank goodness.
We finally got an attack on Phil.
I could get back that thing that gets counters for creatures in the graveyard, but I think I got to get some value. I'm gonna pay 2 to get back my Mog. So then we get to do Moogly stuff on the end step again. Let's see. We'll play a mountain. End step we get to do the Mog thing. So if you'd like to discard a card to draw a card, you are welcome to. I am going to discard a Fetid Heath.
I'm going to discard Sword of the Animist.
I'm gonna discard a land, actually.
I won't get to live the dream. I won't get to collect cards. I think I've got to throw away my side quest.
All right. So we get to draw, and then I get a counter on my single Moogle. And then go ahead.
I still can't kill Krim, by the way. We still need to top deck.
I think you'll be okay.
No, actually, I'm at 2 life, Krim. I'm just going to die.
Yeah,
I'm
Richard's
trying
going to die accidentally.
Oh, what is this? It does absolutely nothing. I can only deal 14 to Krim. That still wouldn't even kill him.
Bob will.
Oh, that would put him in
just
bottom
fine.
range.
I think that's what we got to do. So for 7 mana, I'm going to play Ultima Weapon. It's a 7 to cast, 7 to equip. When equipped creature attacks, destroy target creature opponent controls. Equipped creature gets +7/+7. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have exactly 7 mana left.
Yep.
7 mana onto Cloud.
Wait, how big is Cloud now?
21.
It's actually
Ooh,
straight up
damn.
one shot.
Now we're going to go to combat. Now, Seth, I'm sorry I have to hit you because I need
Oh
to
my
mortify. Oh, I need to cast with mana?
Oh, yeah, it is. It
Oh.
costs 3 mana to cast it.
Well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess none of this helps then. So I can kill one thing. What are the two creatures you have, Krim?
Orianger, Augerel, and then I have Papalimo, Totolimo.
That's the one you want to die.
We gotta kill the Papa. Okay,
Come on,
I think.
come on, don't take the potato.
Okay, just for Phil because he's been annoying me all game.
Wow.
You take 4.
Oh, it's 5 actually. Yeah.
I cast a non-creature spell this turn, so it gets 5.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so I'm
Okay.
going to draw 2 cards and get 2 treasure tokens.
You're blowing up Papalimo?
We're
Okay.
gonna blow that one up with Ultimate Weapon
Oh.
trigger. Apparently, it's my 3rd card for the turn, so my dragon gets another counter. Sorry, Phil. Grim, there's a 21-21 cloud with no evasion going at you. I don't know if you're gonna see the line or not, but
I'm gonna try this
what
out.
would you like to do?
Oh,
I'm gonna try to block. Did I do it right?
Yep, you took 21 to the face of that creature.
You know what?
No trample.
Orianger is known for his actual 10 essay dialogue, and I would always try to button mash through his cutscenes because he talks so much. And it's super fancy old English, so I'm happy to see him go.
Yeah, I'm 1 mana off because I got the 2 treasures and I can't use the blue mage thing for the mortify, so...
all right. You're so close.
He was gonna kill you, Seth, by the way.
We are
Remember
done.
that?
Meh.
No, I'm just gonna hit you for 5.
That's what he thinks.
Oh, do I take any Phil's artifacts?
No, I don't have any artifacts. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna play Brushland.
Are we summoning Bahamut?
Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna play Bahamut and destroy up to one target non-land permanent.
Let Krim die to Bob.
Yeah, I mean, Krim dies to Bob.
Oh, wait, no, he's at 18. He's not even close to dying. Never mind.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna destroy Cloud.
What? You think I'm gonna survive? I'm dead to Krim immediately on his turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do something to Krim
Okay.
here. Combat. I'm gonna move this to this and swing at Krim.
I have no offense.
Ooh.
Okay,
Krim
so you
dying
take
somehow?
3 commander and I draw a card and proliferate this lore counter. I have so many stories to tell. And I'm gonna draw a card.
Wow.
And then I'm going to play 2 mana and cast an Arcane Signet. Pass. That's,
What? What? That was
All right.
Interesting.
hopefully somebody else kills Richard.
Everybody's favorite cat boy, Grahatia. I'm gonna lose 3. Oh, baby, that's so useless in this deck, but it's so flavorful. Do you have any blockers, Richard?
No, I don't.
I will attack you for 2 with Dark Confidant. Please kill him.
I'm dead unless someone does something.
I guess I should swing with both just
Yeah,
in case
that
you
would
have
guarantee it.
removal.
Settle the wreckage, baby.
Yeah, I guess we swing with both.
I can't save you from that.
So you get your talismans back, your 2 equipments, your Relic of Legends is tapped. All your mana rock things are tapped.
Okay, cool. So it'll go to my graveyard. So Eye of Nidhogg comes back.
Yeah, I guess I should have destroyed the spell cast thing. Didn't
I
really
told you.
think about it.
I'm gonna cast Cleansing Nova on creatures. The Bob is actually a liability. I cannot have Bob anymore at 12.
Oh my
'Cause
god.
I have
Greatness at any
miraculously
cost.
dodged
Yep.
7 cost stuff. So
No one actually hit him. It was
He
all
mostly
his
did it
own
to
burn and
himself,
all his own
yeah.
healing.
I mean, I hit him once or twice.
I'm gonna
for
play
value.
Baby Boy Grahatia, guys. Come on, time for some Graha Blast. Lifelink. Throw wide the gates. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay X life, where X is that spell's mana value. If you do, create a 1/1 colorless hero token and put X 1/1 counters on it. Do this only once each turn.
That seems pretty good.
I pass.
Well, I will untap. I will draw. Oh, this would have been better if Richard was alive.
I know. That's what I say to everyone. If I was still in the game, it would be better.
No, actually, this would have been way better if Richard was alive.
I echo those sentiments, Seth. Yes.
Guys, 7 is overrated.
7 mana Terra now. It's
Yeah.
back again.
Oh no.
And go ahead, Phil.
Yep, I
Yo, you guys
kind
should
of feel
definitely
like
keep me alive.
similar
That's what you're doing with your turn.
Yeah, I got 2 cards in hand. I'm not doing anything.
I'm also gonna cast my commander for 7.
Oh my god, it's tears.
I'm going to play a fight rigging. Go to
Oh.
combat. Wait, hideaway 5. That's why I play this. Oh man, do I wish I played
It's gonna
Eldrazi
be hard to get that
Titans in
fight
this.
rigging to come online though.
Oh wait, I get to describe when I cast Terra actually, which I'm gonna cheat and do it's scry, yeah.
Combat, counter, go.
Okay.
Okay, before you untap, what's the scariest thing on this board, Phil?
Blue
How
Mage's
scared
Cane.
are we of the Blue Mage's Cane? I'm very worried about that.
Yeah,
would be
I'm
too.
worried about that too.
I'm going to be very honest
because
with you.
I'm
I think you
your
should kill
graveyard,
this.
though.
I'm gonna bedevil the Blue Mage's Cane.
All right.
And
I guess
then
we don't
you
like
can
me
untap.
throwing sardines.
My graveyard's pretty full.
Yeah, I know. That's why I love it. Phil's got some funny business, right? So I'm going to play a Plains. I'm going to equip Grahatia. Does that resolve?
Sure.
Okay.
So I'm going to just politely
There's no politeness in FF14.
or
Wait, why are there two FF14s, Richard? You were talking about a remake. Why did the first one suck and they remade it? or
They
did just make
initially
two of
launched
them?
it, and it was so
Yeah.
horrifically bad. They said, "My bad, guys. We're
gonna
just gonna
re-
do it again."
yeah, they
And then
literally relaunched it.
they relaunched it as a Realm Reborn, and it's the most successful MMO, or so
Really?
they claim.
Yeah.
Were there
Yeah.
big changes between the failed launch and the new one, or was it
I
like
actually
very
know
similar?
nothing
Don't you
about
really
the
know?
original
Interesting.
FF14. All I know
game
that it
was-
was horrendously bad.
The game
Which is
Yeah,
funny
full
because
of
they had
real-
FF11, which was an MMO first, so they somehow like screwed it
Forgot
all
how to
up and
make
made it so
MMOs.
bad, right? Yeah.
So what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to spend 4 and
Yes,
6
Grim.
mana. I'm going to play Summon Primal Odin.
Oh god,
when
that's
it
frightening.
enters, destroy
Yep.
target creature an opponent controls. It's second chapter. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game.
Yeah,
The
you don't want
last
to get hit
one-
by that.
Draw 2,
What?
each player loses 2 life.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and try to blow up Titus.
Yeah.
Teed us
Nice.
down.
Okay.
Oh my
I was
God,
spill out of
this
gas. You
will
drew so many
cost so
cards.
I'm going to play White Auracite. When this artifact enters, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls. I'm going to exile your commander, Seth.
Wow.
And then I get a trigger here. So first off, I'm going to get Astrologian's trigger. So I get a 1/1 counter. And then everybody's favorite Catboy. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay X life, where X is that spell's mana value. If you do, create a 1/1 hero and put X 1/1 counters on it. I will
Are we gaming?
pay
What? Whoa. He's closing out the game.
for a
Ow.
5/5, I guess.
It's got lifelink. He's gonna
Oh, it has lifelink?
or not the
Oh.
token, but the original thing does. Yeah,
I guess I just attack. I'm going to try to hit you, Seth.
3 it is down to 27.
I'm up to 11 and I pass.
All right.
So next turn, if someone gets hit by that summon, they lose the game.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's gonna be me. So I'm gonna
we
draw.
don't know that. I have a feeling Phil, who has like 100 cards and things that I know he has, right? Because you've shown us Summon Bahamut, and then I forgot, what was
Just
the other
played it.
card we know about?
Then we already
Pipe
get through
rigging.
the Bahamut
Pipe
again. The
Pipe
Bahamut's already
rigging.
gone. Well, I'm going to pay 4. I'm going to play Rejoin the Fight, which seems like it'd be a really cool. Wow, it's 6. Oh my god, this is the worst card they've ever printed. My god, I thought it was 4.
What does it do?
Is this not a reanimation spell? What is it?
Oh, it's so bad. So 6 mana, mill 3 cards, then starting with the next opponent in turn order, each opponent chooses a creature card in your graveyard. That hasn't been chosen. Return each card chosen that way to the battlefield. So yeah.
Wait, that's insane.
My god.
Oh, if I was
it's
alive,
you get to
Seth, you would
choose.
get
It's
more
horrible.
Well, Phil can be nice.
You milled
Who would ever play
Yeah.
this card? Why would this card exist?
I think it's a card where Richard argues that you can politic it into people giving you good
Oh
stuff.
my god. Okay,
Right?
well,
that seems
so
like the
here's-
only way to play this.
here's my creatures. They all pretty
I
much
don't know
suck,
any of these
but
cards.
Maybe that's the problem of this deck. It just has a lot of bad cards.
I mean, yeah, choose the
it's
worst
kind
thing.
of non-like
You can-
because it's built around creatures with power 3 or less, which is kind of
Yeah, that's-
awkward. So
that's
you're not playing big
awkward.
creatures. You're playing all these little creatures. I mean, my worst creature is probably the Stitcher Supplier, I would say.
Yep, sure, take this.
I mean, it's 2 blockers against Crim's insta-kill.
And then you
I'll,
can choose a creature as well, Seth, right? So you can...
No, I don't get to choose one.
whoa.
Oh yeah,
that
this
is
card's so bad. It's incredibly bad. Yeah.
Oh,
I
you guys are
will-
putting too much shade on it. If I was alive, that'd be 6 mana, get 3 creatures.
No, no,
Even if it's 3 worst creatures from your yard, it's not that bad.
I think I'm going to just give you Pitiless Plunderer.
Okay. So I will spend 6 mana to get a
The
Stitcher
2
Supplier.
worst
City
cards in Final
Plunder.
Fantasy right here.
I will mill 3 cards because of the Stitcher Supplier, General Lee something, Nomad Outpost, and Rogue's Passage. And then I will just 4 mana blitz the Sabin, discarding a Sunlit Marsh from hand, my last card in hand. So it's a 4/4 double striker that's going to get sacked at the end of turn. I guess I can attack Crim.
I think I have to block that. So I'll
Trade
block
with
with
the
my
hero?
5/5.
Okay. And then when this dies, I get to draw a card since it was blitzed.
Yep. And you'll get 2 treasures.
Oh, for my Pitiless Plunder. Yeah. 1 treasure. And then go ahead, Phil.
Let me check what Crim's card does here. It's summon what?
If you get hit by it, you die. It's a 1-shot kill on the second lore counter. And then the last one is what? You draw 2 cards and each lose 2 life?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, Phil can just proliferate it, though.
Oh, he could. That's right. If he
But can he? He has nothing on board.
Kill.
I'm going to play a land.
Oh, that's so gross.
How many board wipes can it? Okay, did anybody reveal a removal or something? Am I running into something here? Something obvious again?
No, I have 1 unknown card in hand.
How many cards do you have in hand?
Crim's shown us the Cleansing Nova
I have 5.
already.
Yeah, whatever. I gotta try. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
6.
Oh my goodness,
7,
it's
8,
Titus.
9, 10.
Oh my god.
Oh,
But you have to block.
Alter Ego.
Oh.
It enters as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except
it
it
can
has
enter
X
as a
counters
Primal
on it.
Odin.
I'm gonna enter as a summoned Primal Odin.
Okay.
And
as a
I
lord.
will destroy
blow
a
up the
creature, and
Primal
there
Odin.
can only be one.
Okay, that's fair.
That's so good.
Okay, so I got the Odin now, and it is a 15-13. I mean, it would kill anybody anyways if it hits you next turn. But also,
Yep.
I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna put a counter
fight
on
rigging.
it.
He did it.
Fight
Oh,
rigging.
he gets to do the fight.
Slightly
thing.
triggers.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast a Luminous
Just
Brood
barely.
Moth. Whenever a creature you control without flying dice, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it, which is kind of awkward with this.
Anything else?
Let's see if he can get away with it. Go. It's just all in.
I mean, he can't kill you. He can just wipe the board.
That is interesting. So I think I have to play an island here, right? Tap 6. I think it's time to return everyone's favorite cat girl that you wrongfully killed early.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I'm going to play Y'shtola now. I'm going to
Yeah.
spend 2 mana. I'm going to play Talisman of Hierarchy. Each player takes 2.
It doesn't cost 3.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Papalimo's gone. This grows. So I'll pay 2 life. So I get another hero. This one's got 2 1/1 counters on it.
I feel Crim's doing a better +1/+1 counter deck thing than
Hey, oh,
I know
hey.
somehow.
I'm going to cast Eye of Nidhogg on your giant whatever creature.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Odin.
Yeah.
Oh, it gives it flying?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I'm gonna die.
And then I now y'all are going to lose.
I am
because
going
this
to
is
die.
a non-creature.
That one
3 or
actually
more.
works. Yeah. All right. 25.
And I will get a counter. I'm just going to play a flavor card because why wouldn't I? Every Final Fantasy's got to have one. I put a Sid in here. It doesn't really do anything in this deck, but in the event that it would, it's artifact creatures and heroes you control get +1/+1.
you have
For
heroes.
each-
You have heroes.
Yes, I knew that when I put that in here. And for
Best
oh
card
my
in the
god,
deck.
I am so smart. I knew that, so that's why I did it. Look at me go. Just an honest +1/+1 for my heroes, which I have only 1 of. Seth, I'm going to attack you for 5.
I will block with Stitcher's Supplier.
Okay, gain 5.
Mill 3.
I pass.
Oh, okay. Man, why is there so much reanimation in the deck that lets my opponent choose what creature I get? I feel like that's the worst way to make reanimation. Let's be greedy. This
Wait,
game's been going on
greedy?
a while.
Remember, I have no one, though. I have to attack you. Okay, this is nothing to do
It's
with
goaded.
you.
He has to attack.
right, yeah. One of the cards that I milled is called Snort, which
I love
says
that card.
for 6 mana, each player may discard their hand and draw 5 cards. Then, if you're an opponent and you do it, you take 5 damage. So I am going to spend 6. Let's do some snorting. So you discard your hand and draw 5. You got to take 5 if you do.
I'm good.
The other card I drew is Coin of Fate. So when it enters, you surveil 1, pay 4 tap it, exile 2 creature cards from your graveyard. An opponent chooses one of those cards, puts it on the bottom of your library, then return the other one. I guess you can control that a little bit better because there's only 2 cards, but still. I just want to reanimate my good creatures, wizards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think I'm going to take that. So I take 5. I'm going to ditch Emmett Selk
Risk it
and
for the
Fan Daniel.
biscuit.
I'll draw 5.
1, 2. I'm going to cast Stitch Together. Says return a creature from a graveyard to your hand, except if you have Threshold, return it to the battlefield instead.
Ooh, here we go.
And I definitely have Threshold because I have like a million cards in my graveyard.
Reanimate.
Yup.
So I would like to target a Sun Titan.
I got nothing.
When Sunshine comes into play, can return a permanent mana value 3 or less from a graveyard to the battlefield. I'm going to get the Warring Triad, which is a 5/5 flying trample haster. And it taps to mill a card and make a mana of any color. So that gives me a flying blocker, in theory.
He did
that I
it.
can use
Yeah,
to not immediately die. Yeah, we
And
might
his
have
Sunshine.
done it. All right, I'm going to play Evolving Wilds as my land for the turn. And go ahead, Phil.
All right, so since I lost, someone lost 4 or more life, that's me, I draw a card.
What? It counts for you getting beat up? Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that triggers on
but
everything. Yeah, I'm just going to sack this Evolving Wilds. It
How many
doesn't really
cards in
matter.
hand set?
I have 3.
I'm going to draw. I'm going to play land. I'm going to pay 9 mana. Recast my commander for some chill 9 mana. Please don't kill it again.
So
my
chill.
God.
So chill.
I'm going to
I
cast
feel like I'm dead.
Walking Ballista for X equals 1.
Okay.
I'm going to pay 4 mana to cast Blitzball Stadium for X equals 3. That
Okay.
means when it enters, I support X. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to X target creatures. So it's 3. So we're going to put a counter on 3 creatures here. I'm going to put a counter here, and 1 here, and 1 here. Then I'm going to go to combat. I have 2 triggers. I have Titus and Fight Rigging. Fight Rigging puts a counter here. Titus moves a counter. He's gonna have so many stories to tell.
He's got a lore.
So
that
this is
a
a
lore
lore
counter?
counter, so
Okay.
does nothing. But at least I have the ultra lethal thing here. If it's not lethal by itself, anyways, I'm going to
Yeah, we're going to die to
swing swing at it with his evil eye on Seth, and then Broodmoth goes towards Krim for 4.
So I'm taking 4, lock that in, so unless you have any effects.
No.
I can block it, right? There's then I'm missing.
kinda
Unblockable.
have
Okay.
to.
No, it has
Yeah,
menace.
yeah.
It has
It-
menace. Wait, guys.
Does it have menace?
Oh, no, sorry, it has death touch.
Okay, so I will block
It's
with
just Death Touch, yeah.
the Warring Triad.
Wait, I thought it's unblockable with the Blitzball thing.
No. I didn't go for it.
Before it dies, I'm just going to tap it to mill a card. I'll make a mana. It's not going to do anything.
Oh, it has hasting.
Flying Trample Haste, yeah. Oh, Crackling Doom. I
So
kinda wanted
much
that
milling, yet no payoff.
Yeah.
one. All my payoff
I
are
mean,
like,
that's a-
opponent, would you like to give me back a 1/1 from my graveyard? I'm like, eh.
Okay, so Luminous Broodmoth hits. So I do draw a card and then proliferate. I am going to proliferate every kind of counter I have here.
Oh, I also get another treasure from my creature dying, by the way.
Okay, so I can put a counter on this because then I would need to put a lore counter on this as well, and I don't want to lose it yet. So
So if it comes back around to Phil's turn again, that thing has the same clause, right? Of
Yeah, it-
hit someone, they die.
Sure.
oh,
okay.
right. Yeah, it will keep this effect and to stack up. So that would be it.
Okay.
Let's see if we're dead.
I lost 4 life, so I draw
Oh
a
my
card.
God.
And then I untap.
I
He
think
just-
triggers on every turn. That card
Yeah.
seems very good, very strong.
I'm going to play, finally, my Final Fantasy 14 basic. This is the Swamp. So first, I'm going to play Alice. Partner with Alphino, but don't worry, his pretentious self is somewhere in my deck. First strike, and then dual cast. The second spell you cast each turn costs 2 less. I get to tutor for that. I'll target myself. And there he is. Alphino, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, draw a card. I'm going to now go ahead and play Coveted Jewel.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So
nice.
this will ping everybody. Do I want to pay 6 life? Definitely not. I will draw 3. And then that will give me my third card drawn. So Grahatia gets another counter.
Why does Krim's deck look so functional and cohesive? What happened to my
I
deck?
know.
Lots of Final Fantasy 14 cards, baby. Triple black with Coveted Jewel. And the Aura Sight, Siphon Mind. Each player ditches a card,
So much card draw.
and then I draw a card.
Sure.
And then I will
Down
trigger
to
Y'shtola.
21. I'll pitch a Milliken.
I'm gonna pitch a Han Scales. Ugh.
Hardened Scales. You really are a +1/+1 counter deck, aren't you?
Yeah.
Wait, that was the infinite, right? That
No,
was
no,
the
that's
infinite
not-
combo.
Not the infinite yet. I need
No?
another piece, and it's a one shot.
I just want you all to remember that we lived, okay? Remember us.
Uh-huh.
No.
I'm going to cast Vindicate. That's going to trigger Y'shtola.
Okay.
I'm going to blow up
So it's 3
Your
trades
19.
already.
your Brood Moth.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Brood
Uh-oh.
Moth
The
down.
whole board is being dismantled
Yeah,
one
it's
for one.
gonna be-
One, yep. The most
One-
grim way possible.
Every
One
Everybody
card
all
at
the
a time.
Do I want to pay 3 life now? Yes. Now,
Oh my god, just getting the Lalafell army.
I'm assembling all my Lalafells. They're my best little friends. Also, I realize I have missed 2 triggers on Grahatia, or 1. I'm going to swing at Seth with my Grahatia.
All right, I'll block with Pitiless Plunder.
Okay. So then I gain plus 10.
Oh my god, disgusting.
Kind of wish you attacked me and I could walk in ballista.
Oh, that's exactly what I was accounting for.
Remove the damage. Yeah.
Someone lost 4 more.
Drew so
I'll
much
draw.
he's discarding the hand size.
I mean, he drew 2 a turn the whole game with Bob, right?
Again, it says it in the flavor text. Remember, we lived, and he was an Asian. Okay, well, even though Emmett Selk is not really down with that, but yeah, I go ahead and pass.
Oh,
All right.
no.
I will
It's the
untap
patented
and
Crim
draw.
6 mana.
Oh, all right. I'm going to play a land. I am going to cast a Combustible Gear Hulk. So when it enters, target opponent can have you draw 3 cards. If they don't, you mill 3 cards and they take damage equal to the mana value of the cards milled. I am going to choose Phil since he's at the lowest life total. I want to draw 3 cards.
Seriously?
I just want to draw the cards.
You just give him cards.
I figure you're just going to let me draw the cards.
I might just...
If I go to Crim might just take the damage, and my deck is all cheap things. That's very oddly
take the
built.
damage.
Don't tell him that.
I mean, you can just draw the cards. I just want you to kill or help me kill Grim just because.
Yeah, I would like to help you kill Crim, but oh boy, come on, good cards.
Look at that
I
red
feel like
card
there's
draw,
got to be
baby.
good cards somewhere in my deck. Oh my god,
There's a Covenant Jewel. Just take the jewel.
It's so bad. How do
Well,
I take the jewel?
He has no flyers, right?
High Market is my land for the turn.
Nice replay.
Can the Sun Titan do anything relevant? Probably not. I'm going to swing my Sun Titan at you and get back the Triad again so I have a flying blocker.
I'm going to double block.
Sure, I will kill the bigger of the 2.
My Lalafell.
1, 2, Arcane Signet. 1, 2, 3. I will play Lock Treasure Hunter. Can be blocked by creatures with greater power. When it attacks, each player mills a card. If a land gets milled that way, I get to make a treasure, and then I can cast a spell from among the cards that were milled until end of turn. I guess... Oh, wait. Is this a human? Human warrior. So I get to scry because of my land. Does this do anything? No. Put it to the bottom. And then go ahead.
All right.
Can Phil
Let's
do the
see.
combo kill through 6?
The combo is already
6
in my
open
graveyard.
mana. Oh no, the combo's already over.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, hold on. I realize I need to do this at your end step. I am going to cast Murderous Rider.
Sure.
Not casting Murderous Rider. I'm casting Swift End.
Okay.
Everybody loses 2. I gain 2. I think in your situation here, I think I got to get rid of your ballista.
I mean, in response, I'm going to remove 4 counters, and I'm going to kill your... Is your Stola at least killable with 4 damage, or is it...
Yes. Currently, yes.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to kill your Stola then.
So I get a hero. It has +3 counters on it. So you're
That's
fizzling.
going to go graveyard, right?
Yeah, you're fizzling my Murderous Rider. It's Stola gone. And now it's your turn.
Well, I guess I'm going to stick to the plan, which is, for now, just having to
Give
kill
Titus another lore
Seth,
counter.
yeah. I have to. I'm going to draw. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to pay 5 mana and cast Damning Verdict, destroy all creatures with no counters on them.
I will tap this to mill a card.
Some
And then
of
it
those
will happen.
Lalafells
Anger.
are
How
very
I finally
sturdy.
milled an anger.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
And then I'm going to cast Tormel, Seymour's Butler. Each
Seymour
other
Butler,
non-token
nice.
creature you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, and 1 mana, and tap it, proliferate X times, where X is the number of non-token creatures you control that entered this turn. I'm gonna go to combat. I have 2 triggers.
I do have 1 card in hand, Phil. I'm just saying.
It's coded though.
I'm just saying.
I react to my trigger with this. I'll target Titus with this. Until end of turn, target creature gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card for each kind of counter on it, and it can be blocked this turn.
The lore
Then I'm
counter's
going
relevant.
to move a lore
Oh yeah,
counter.
actually, I thought that was just for the
From
meme,
this to
but it
this?
actually matters.
I am going to put a counter on this. I guess every bit matters. Yeah, every bit matters. The fight rigging is going to put a counter on this. And then this has to swing in at Seth. And this
Mhm.
will swing in at Crim.
Can't block Titus, so
Mm-hmm.
My last card was a Snarl. I will die to the Primal Odin.
Okay.
Oh, GG.
So I will do some proliferation and draw a card.
None of that proliferation's on my stuff, right?
No. I'm going to proliferate
Hey,
this
gotta ask,
counter.
just gotta ask.
These counters and these are going to stay.
Oh, yeah, you get Coveted Jewel.
All right. That was
Hell
the
yeah.
reason I did this, actually. So there's way more stuff. I draw a card for each
Just
kind of
play an
counter
extra
on
turn
side.
spell and you got it. The goat doesn't work when everyone else is dead.
Okay, so I draw 3 more cards
Yeah.
from the jewel and then 2 more cards because of this. No way, there's nothing here, right? Huh. In my second main, I'm gonna pay 4 mana. I'm gonna pay Yuna. I got the whole gang here.
Oh my god.
It enters with an additional counter because of Simo Butts. And then it taps to add 1 mana of any color. When you next cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with 2 additional counters on it. And whenever another permanent you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, if it had 1 or more counters on it, you may put that many +1/+1 counters on target creature. I am going to play Forge of Heroes. It can tap to choose target commander that entered this turn, put a counter on it, or a loyalty counter if it's a planeswalker. There was no commander entering this turn, and
Okay.
I will pass.
End of turn. I'm going to tap for a black, and then 2 whatever, blue, white. I'm going to cast Transpose. Draw a card, then discard a card. You lose 1 life. If this spell was cast from your hand, create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever, you cast a non-creature, ping everybody for 1.
Here comes the wizards.
It also has rebound. I get a counter off this, and I am going to pay the life to get another 3/3. I have to discard a card, ditch, or I guess I draw and ditch first, right? So that Sunken Hollow is in my hand. I'll ditch Dark Water Catacombs. I'll go to untap. All
You
right.
still have like 7 cards in hand, right? Or like 6?
No. I only have 5.
Ay.
I cast.
Only 5.
He's gonna get the jewel back though. If you
Rebound.
if he can't finish,
Yeah,
Bill,
I
he
think
can get
I'm
the jewel.
for sure dead, but that's all I could do.
I ping for 1. I'm gonna I draw a card. Okay, so let me see here. I'm gonna take 1 from Transpose. You know what? Sorry, Alphino. I think you're kind of a weenie anyways, so I'm gonna throw Alphino away. And then I'm gonna draw for turn. I'm going to play Emmett Selk. So this one is when he enters or attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. My upkeep, if I even get to 1, you know what I mean? Like, we'll worry about it then. Oh, I draw for
I don't think so.
So I get another counter on this. Let's do some funny business.
Wait. Do you have 1 instant or
casting
sorcery?
Stola.
Okay.
Does
Well,
that
you can have a
result?
removal spell, right?
I'm going to cast Propaganda.
I
So
Okay.
3.
that's going to drain
Yeah.
3. Ping for 1, drain 2. I do not want to pay 3 life. Also, grow a counter here, right? I'm going to swing with everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna block the biggest ones.
Okay, so the biggest ones are these.
No effects.
Is that game?
I
I
am
will-
just dead.
Good
will-
game.
Yeah,
Woo!
okay.
Yeah. Wait, you get the jewel, I guess.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh, he
I
gets the
thought-
jewel.
I thought you might have casted a spell that's 3 or less. I was holding up this hypnotic sprite.
No. I was very dead.
Whew. Anyway, everyone, that has been our Final Fantasy Commander Clash, our 3rd Final Fantasy Commander Clash. Hopefully you've enjoyed all these Final Fantasy themed episodes, and we'll be back next week with another one. Probably not Final Fantasy, but I don't know what we're doing yet. We'll figure it out. So until then, thanks for watching. Have an amazing week, and this is the crew signing out.